From the Pep Radio Newsroom, these are the stories we are covering at this hour. Just when you thought Florida couldn't sink any lower, it has. This story is not about a tropical cyclone. LGBTQ Nation is reporting that the Florida Department of Education has ordered local school districts to submit their sex education plans to the state for approval. The Florida Department of Education has also said the classes must promote abstinence and cannot include discussion of contraception or pictures of reproductive health organs. The sex ed takeover removes local discretion when it comes to district sex education classes and materials. For some time, Florida law has mandated that sex ed lessons emphasize the benefits of sexual abstinence and the expected standard and the consequences of teenage pregnancy for grades 6 through 12. But now the state has removed any local control of additional information school districts can provide their students. A memo written by Broward County District administrators, obtained by the Orlando Sentinel, summarized the district's verbal interactions with state officials regarding their takeover of sex ed in the state. The state provided no written instructions provided for districts. Pictures of external sexual reproductive anatomy should not be included in any grade, the memo recorded state officials as saying. Contraceptives are not part of any health or science standard, but could be mentioned as a, quote, health resource. Though pictures, activities, or demonstrations that illustrate their use should not be included in instruction in any grade level, it said. Different types of sex, anal, oral, and vaginal, cannot be part of any instruction in any grade level, state officials added, according to the Broward memo. Orange County schools previously started their lessons in 5th grade with one class devoted to the physical changes of puberty. High schoolers had discussions about contraception and sexually transmitted diseases. Now the state must approve any additional curriculum, and they'll either deny the additions or ignore them, forcing local districts to cancel sex ed classes altogether until the state addresses their plans. In a victory for LGBTQ plus rights, Thailand became the first Southeast Asian country to legalize same-sex marriage. The bill legalizing same-sex marriage was passed by Parliament earlier this year, and King Maha Vajiralongkorn made it law on Tuesday by providing royal assent. It will take effect in 120 days, with the first weddings expected to take place in January. Thailand is only the third nation in Asia, alongside Taiwan and Nepal, to recognize marriage equality. A federal judge has dismissed a lawsuit challenging a Tennessee law that bans transgender students and staff from using school bathrooms or locker rooms that match their gender identities. A transgender student, identified only as DH, filed the lawsuit nearly 2 years ago, saying her school stopped supporting her social transition after the Republican-dominant State House and GOP Governor Bill Lee enacted several policies targeting accommodations for transgender people. The school instead accommodated the student by allowing her to use one of 4 single-occupancy restrooms. However, according to DH's attorneys, the accommodation caused severe stress, leading to the student briefly stopping using the restroom and limiting food and water to minimize the need for the restroom. DH sued the state and school district, saying the law violated her constitutional rights under Equal Protection Clause and also Title IX, the 1972 law that prohibits sex discrimination in education. Campbell reversed course this month and dismissed the suit entirely, saying that key rulings in separate transgender lawsuits influenced his decision. Specifically, Campbell pointed to the Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals for upholding 2 Tennessee transgender-related laws, a ban on gender-affirming care for minors, and a ban changing sex designation on birth certificates. The appeals court ruled that both laws treated the sexes equally. The suit was one of the 2 that attempted to challenge the bathroom law known as the Tennessee Accommodations for All Children Act. The second lawsuit was dropped after the child plaintiffs moved out of state. Across the U.S., at least 11 states have adopted laws barring transgender girls and women from girls' and women's bathrooms at public schools and, in some cases, other government facilities. The laws are in effect in Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, North Dakota, Oklahoma, Tennessee, and Utah. A judge's order putting enforcement on hold is in place in Idaho. According to the Human Rights Campaign, Tennessee has enacted more anti-LGBTQ plus laws than any other state since 2015, identifying more than 20 bills that advanced out of the legislature over the past few months. That's the news at this hour. Now more music on PEP Radio.